What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Just want to take the time to thank all of you guys who've already subscribed to the channel, man. I appreciate you guys. If you're new, hopefully you like what you see, man. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But let's get into this, man. I was going to give you guys just this one play, but I decided to turn it into a mini scheme. So here we go, man. The formation. Now, if you're running mud or anything like that, I wouldn't recommend this unless you're running with the pistol playbook, because that's the only playbook that you can find it in. But if you're running, head to head and you have a custom playbook, this is definitely something you want to add in there. But let's get into this, man. The formation is going to be the pistol trips open. Some real quick personnel adjustments. You want to make sure you have your fastest two receivers in the slot. So I'm going to put Hopkins right there. Go ahead and put Jalen Strong right there. I'm going to move Fuller and put him at the other slot position. Now we can leave the tight end right there, but I'm going to put Braxton Miller. So that's the adjustment you want to make. Your two fastest receiver where I have 10 and 15. All right, so let's get the runs out the way. All right, halfback counter. Go against random. And it's only 3 runs that I use in this formation: the halfback counter, the halfback dive, and the halfback draw. Now, I run this once in a while, the counter, because sometimes our D tackle or our offensive tackle, left or right, will totally whiff on the outside guy and it'll get, no yards. But let me show you guys, hopefully, like that. That'll happen sometimes. Now, if they're playing outside shade of my tackles, I don't like to run this in that instinct, in which case I'll run the dive or the draw. Now the draw I run on any play. Let me just run the dive right here. See, in this case, I'll try to run it right here. There you go, man. That's the counter. And there's like the halfback draw. I run it whenever. It doesn't matter what they're in. Yeah. That's how they're sending a blitz. There we go. Let's get into these passes, man. I run 3 different passes, and they're all in the quick audibles. Now, if you don't like the dive, because there's the quick screen. If you don't like the dive in your quick audibles, you can go ahead and put the halfback draw if you don't like the dive, because this slip screen is another play. And once you come out in a slip screen, then you have all the plays at your disposal. Alright, just read your blocks. And the slip screen's pretty self-explanatory. Just make your reads and follow your blocks. But if your opponent's running a lot of zone, that's when you want to hit them up with the quick screen. But these are the plays I run, man. This is I'm gonna save the best for last. I'm gonna show you guys this slot corner right here. Now with this, I don't make no adjustments. Only thing you can do is block your running back, just so you have more time. But I'm looking at square first, then triangle, and X. And if nothing's there, then I'll look to the right and hit circle. But this little bubble screen looking thing route by X, if they're running zone, you just pass lead it to the outside and it's money. Right right there, and then you can just take it up the sideline, just like that. Pick up 5+ yards. So run that again. That's the slot corner. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna block my running back. If they're running man, you can hit that corner route, or you can hit the underneath route by the outside receiver. So run this one more time. Block my running back. And there's the other receiver running that dig route from the opposite side. But that's pretty much all I do with this route. Let's go to another one. Curl flat corner. Alright. So with this is what I do with this play. I put the outside receiver square, I put them on an out route, and then I smart route them. So it looks like this. So if the flat's open, definitely go to the flats. But if the flat's occupied, you want to look at square and triangle. And you also have circle, you know, on a drag if you're getting some pressure or anything like that. That's how my high pass to get away from that linebacker sitting right there. This is it right here. So flats open. I'm taking the flats. But this is where this formation is. This play right here is key. A lot of people are running, you know, that dollar defense, the cover 2, DB cover 2 strike, and they man up the slot, the inside receivers. That's because a lot of the time we don't utilize our outside receivers. Now, you could go ahead and put that out route right there, but if I see that defense, I'm mixing it up. So I'll put this guy in an in route and I'll smart route him. If the flats is there, I'm going to the flats and picking up my yards. Let's run that again. You can hit your drag. But it's right here. This is the play, man. This is the play I wanted to bring you guys. But I decided to turn it into a little scheme to give you guys a little extra. The PA boot. Now you could find this in some guns playbook, you know, but this is nice right here. So let's the PA boot. This is what it looks like. As you can see, a lot of the opponents you'll see online like to use the middle of the field. Now, what this essentially does is floods the entire middle of the field. So your opponent user has to choose between X, triangle, or square. And they can't cover all three of them. Now, initially, if X is not open in the middle of the field, you want to kind of wait for him to get to the opposite sideline, and then you just lob it to him. He'll be wide open. Only adjustment you make right here is put your running back on the swing route to the away from the trip side. So swing them to the single receiver side. All right, and your first read is just easy, man. Your reads is going to be X, triangle, square. That's pretty much it. And if you're not comfortable going up the middle, if you feel the coverage is a little bit too tight, you can hit your running back if he's open, or you can take a chance on that streak route. So let's look at it. There's X right there. That's going to be our #1 route right there. So let's look at it again. Now this is, well, if they come in this right here, run the dive. If you see this 3 down lineman quarters look, run the dive. Just like that. That's where the dive comes into play. Let's look at this again. There's that guy. Hopefully they give up some give us. Now, if your opponent's running that DB fire zone 2 again, once you hit them with this curl flat and you do this right here, they'll start playing Mabel coverage to one side. They're creative like that. I do it sometimes. I create a Mabel coverage on one side, Then you come in this and you're flooding. So the Mabel coverage on that side is pretty much useless because you're flooding the middle of the field. You're pretty much flooding the middle and the right side of the field. So if they do that, you know, you have the advantage. So let's look at this again. There's the triangle receiver. See, the reads are so easy and the adjustments is simple. Just swing your running back to the opposite side. I'm gonna try to go to square right here, just so we'll. And they're square. So that's all three receivers. Now you could take a chance on that street route by circle, but I'm not gonna do it. So let me show. This also comes into play in goal line situations. So let me show you guys. It doesn't matter where you're at, if you're on the 5, the 9. A lot of the time, when I used to get on the goal line, like get in that 10, I used to struggle. Put the ball a little bit further in front. Let's put it right there. When I get in this 10-yard, you know, because now the field is limited, so I used to struggle. But this play will help you out, man. Same concept. Swing your running back to the opposite side. Now here, you want to high pass the ball. So let's look at that. Either X triangle is the main guy you want to hit right here most of the time. Let's look at that. And there you go. He's gonna hit the back of the end zone and just start going towards the right, and you just high pass it and he'll catch that every time. Try that again. There you go. Run this a few more times, and that'll be it. He's always gonna get behind that linebacker, safety. That time the ball pop loose, but that's not gonna happen every time. Let's that again. If they leave this guy, oh my goodness, Brock Osweiler. Let's run that again. Put your receiver, your running back on a swing to the opposite side. If they leave this guy open, just hit him. The linebacker won't be able to keep up with them in man coverage. A lot of the time down here, you're gonna see zone coverage. Yeah, man. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Another thing, this is gonna be it. I know this is getting a little too long, but this is gonna be it. Just wanted to give you guys everything that you can do with this formation. Now, once your opponent starts to, this the main play right here. Once your opponent starts to, you know, play decent coverage to, you know, stop everything, I like putting my outside receiver on the out route. Usually I'll put circle, and then I'll hit them one time, and if they start paying attention to circle, I'll put square on the out route. And so you have those two crossing routes in the middle, and then you got, you know, the two out routes on the outside. Let me show you guys the other side, and then that'll be it. There you go. Then that time I threw the ball a little late. You want to throw it as soon as they make their break. But anyway, man, that's gonna be it. Let me wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys like this and it helps you out. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. Peace.